Hi everybody, welcome to week 3 Super Stress Success coaching. This is our coaching session about hormones. We're going to talk a lot about boosting and what the mindset is during our boosting phase. Now, the boosting phase is typically on a 28-day cycle, is cycle days 19 through 28 and days 1 through 4. So we are talking about your PMS time. So the roughest time of the month for so many people to keep hormone-induced failure at bay. So really, let's just start off talking about the mindset that you need to go into boosting with. I want you to maintain what you attain during buffing. The goal is to have an overall weight loss. So we're talking about losing weight during buffing, maintaining during boosting, and then losing weight again during buffing. Okay? So typically what a normal female diet looks like is, okay, you do really well during buffing, and then during boosting you gain a bunch of weight back. And then you go back and forth, which isn't so bad, but the thing is that continually, most women end up trending up and just continually gaining weight overall. So what we want to do is we want to keep the scale steady and really know that if we do gain a little bit of weight, it's just PMS, and you make sure that you're charting so you know, okay, well, during boosting, even when I know I'm getting results, the scale always goes up 3 pounds. Honestly, that's what happens to me, and knowing that is so powerful. So if you know that, then you don't freak out and feel like a failure if that scale goes up. Now, there's some other techniques that I teach in my more advanced competition training of boosting, and if you're really trying to build muscle, I have my clients increase their caloric intake by 1,000, even up to 2,000 calories during boosting phase. It really helps stimulate anabolic hormones, testosterone, growth hormone, and things in their body, and really helps them in conjunction with their natural hormones build muscle very effectively during this phase. So if you really want to get after building muscle, you can increase your calories even more, and you'll be amazed at how much weight you don't gain. Just because you increase your calories doesn't mean you're going to gain a lot of weight, because your metabolism is roaring, and when you're working out a lot and lifting a lot and eating correctly, you'll be surprised at how many calories you can actually eat without gaining weight. So we really want to think about it as a maintenance time of the month. We want to maintain our results, we maintain our fitness, just don't go backwards, maintain your momentum, and really, so overall in workouts, we're not really going to try to, conquer the world in our workouts. We're just going to try to have good solid workouts based on lifting heavy, and maybe a little bit less intense, take a little slower pace, more rest time in between sets, and and then overall make sure you're gaining enough rest, because oftentimes during boosting you don't sleep very well, and so you're tired, and so then that compounds all your problems. So basically we know that during the second half of the month, during PMS, our motivation and our focus often drops, and we typically are way more emotional, stressed, and oftentimes slightly depressed. Also bloated, tired, crampy, feeling gassy, full of lower back pains, cramp pains, joint pains. This is when hormone-induced failure strikes. This is when we give up and quit. But knowing that it's your hormones triggering these negative thoughts and feelings allows you to get through these rough patches. So it's like we're fighting against ourselves. Like, if we're really not paying attention to our hormones and just trying to do a diet and diet hard, it takes your guts to make it through the boosting phase without messing up on that diet. And usually we fail and we don't do as much as we plan to do, and that compounds the stress and the negative emotions. So what hormonal timing does, it's so nice, it takes that into account. You need to plan on working out less, being a little less intense, being less likely to stick to your perfect diet. And so you know that you're not setting yourself up for failure. You're planning a little less aggressively in your workouts and diet. So now physically, there's a lot of cool and not so cool things that happen during boosting phase. Your body's in an anabolic, which it means building. It wants to build up. And you have more hormones in your system, and your system including estrogen, progesterone, testosterone. So why not use those hormones to build yourself some fat-burning muscles? you know, you might as well get after it. And, you know, your body wants to build, so let it build. You know, do everything you can to help your body build. So this is why, part of why we have a hard time controlling our diets during PMS, because our body wants to build instead of losing weight. And you know, so if you know, really get after, you know, lifting and utilizing those hormones to build muscles, you'll be amazed. You'll be amazed how strong you are. And also during PMS, I've noticed myself personally, it's very hard for me to get myself to do cardio. I don't want to do it. I don't want to sit there on that bike or on the cardio machine and do it. So really make sure that you you know, focus your efforts on lifting. Make sure you're getting in your lifting workouts, and just enough cardio to make sure that you're not falling backwards and losing momentum in that area. So your body, the other thing that's happening in your body is that your body needs a break from its caloric deficit. Your metabolism really will thank you for not always trying to stick to such a low calorie diet. So if you are eating at a low calorie diet all the time, eventually your body plateaus and it says, okay, I'm only getting 1,200 calories, so I'm only going to burn 1,200 calories. And then it adjusts. It takes about 2 weeks for your bodies to adjust to where your caloric range is. So it'll just adjust, and it'll be sitting there, and it'll be like, okay, I'm not going to lose any more weight because I know how to run on 1,200 calories, and you're only going to give me that many, so that's what I'm going to use. So if you purposely shake it up, like I said, every 2 weeks we go up in calories, and so you add some more calories to get your metabolic rate up higher again. You know, add like 500 calories. So if you're at a 1,200 calorie for buffing, you go up to 1,700 calories for boosting. That raises your metabolism again. It says, okay, I'm getting 1,700 calories. I'm going to burn 1,700 calories. And then as soon as you drop down to 1,200 calories again, wham! There's weight loss there because your body's burning at the 1,700 calorie range, and then you cut down again to 1,200, and then you get results for a couple weeks, and then your body gets used to that. So then you bump it up again. So you know, you just keep on shaking it up, and so you don't plateau, and so you continually can see some weight loss. Plus, it's a very healthier way to diet than to just continually try to stick to a low calorie diet. So the third point is boosting is a mental break from your perfect diet and perfect routine. You know, the mental focus is hard to keep for longer than 2 weeks on any one thing. So if you're really focused on your diet for 2 weeks, and you know that at the end of the 2 weeks you can kind of just relax a little bit, you know, you still want to be on top of it, but not so uberly intense. Your mental state will be refreshed, and you'll be ready to hit it hard again at the end of boosting. And boosting, God forbid, boosting is not a license to throw diet and fitness out the window. You need to take an extra day off and relax, but I don't want you just taking the whole 2 weeks off. You know, that's only going to, you know, make you fail. So boosting rolls around, you want to make sure that you are forcing yourself to do a certain amount of workouts and forcing yourself to eat correctly for the most part, but do allow yourself those extra calories and those extra treats, but know that you can't just throw everything out the window. You know, kind of go back to more of a lifestyle maintenance mentality, but don't just stop altogether. Okay, that's the worst thing you can do. And another final interesting point about this time of the month is that women actually burn a lot more calories the week before their period. They burn up, it's clinically proven that up to 500 calories more every day during boosting. So, you know, that makes sense that you need to eat more calories. And so what we do, instead of fighting that natural rhythm, we work with that and allow you to eat more calories during that phase. And anyway, I think that, you know, boosting is a marvelous time of the month. It's a good time of the month if you make it a good time of the month. If you know, aggressively, you know chart and pay attention to what's going on, you're going to feel a lot better through that time. So also, I really recommend taking the boosting pill. It has an appetite suppressant in there. It has you know, things that help your hormonal levels be as natural as possible during that time of the month, and having all those ingredients that your body needs to make your hormones the way it wants to really helps you keep away from having a lot of PMS symptoms. Okay, now in the video coaching this week, I put this list of all these that I found on the internet of so many hormonal side effects that they've been found, and it's so funny because there's like, you know, being accident prone, being hypersexual, being extra thirsty, weeping spells, you know, cold extremities, and we all know about breast engorgement, eye irritation, frequent urination, feelings of panic, feelings of being crazy. You know, it's so funny to read through this list, and I'm going, yeah, this makes so much sense, you know, and I just encourage you to read through that and see, you know, what you've felt in the past, and add that to your other list on your chart. So anyway, it's fun talking to you about hormones. You know, I'm obsessed with them. So we're going to talk about buffing next week, but for this week, you're doing great. You know, just keep it up, and make sure you're doing the mini challenge of the lunges, and your booty will thank you. Anyway, have a good one. Bye-bye.